I'm out here today on a Friday morning when everyone else is in their grind, doing my thing on the mountain bike trails because it's what I love to do. I delegate everything else out. I outsource what I don't need to be doing myself so that I get to get out and have fun. I might not be Grant Cardone in the back of a private jet, but I have a lot more fun.
So one of the things I wanted to talk about today was about delegation of tasks. In my businesses of Agent Mail and Brandstrong, I make it so that I'm redundant from the business. That basically means that if I was to get hit by a car and injured, not able to work or whatever, the business would still operate without me. There's very, very few tasks that I have to take on myself. Today I've been training our new business development manager in Agent Mail. So his role is purely to go out and look for new sales for our business. That's a task that previously was part of what I had to do, but I felt that it was much stronger if someone else was looking after that on a full-time basis. What this means is if I do get hit by a car and I'm injured and unable to work, sales are still going to continue to come in. That person is still going to be looking after that role and making sure that everything that needs to be done from our customer's perspective still gets achieved. With Brandstrong, we operate a little bit differently because we have a remote team. So most of our staff are in the Philippines, we have some in the UK and some in Russia as well. So there's quite a spread of staff. It means we have to operate a little bit differently in terms of finding those remote staff and how we interact with them. So a couple of the tools that will be worth looking at for you. Number one is called onlinejobs.ph. So this website is actually a Filipino site that allows you to look for people that are looking for jobs. I mentioned before that I really recommend, if you can, hiring people on a full-time basis, rather than simply employing people that are freelancers and therefore sort of working for you and for other clients as well. So if you can go to onlinejobs.ph, you can sign up there. It's about $50 for a month, but that allows you to list unlimited jobs. So once you've got your jobs listed, you can then actually search for candidates on there as well, whose skill set meets what you're looking for. Another great tool we use in Brandstrong is called Slack. Now, if you're not familiar with Slack, it's a really great messaging tool. What it allows us to do is have different channels and different groups where we can chat about different parts of our business. So for example, we might have one for what we call a weekly huddle. So it's where we basically get together once a week and we chat about all things that are going on within the business. We have another one called Core Admin, and Core Admin allows us to chat just to those people that are in the Core Admin group, funnily enough, and lets us talk about specific things to do with the business that we don't necessarily want the entire team to talk about. In Progress is another group that we have, and In Progress allows us to chat about jobs that are currently being worked on right now. And this is an instant messenger type service, so it allows us to get a confirmation and an answer from somebody straight away. It's also a mobile app, which means that for me, if I'm not on my desk in front of the computer, I can still get the alerts and notifications on my mobile. Now, one of the things we're working with overseas staff is how you pay them. So a lot of the time you can just use PayPal. PayPal's great for paying staff that are in different countries. Just be aware of the fees involved at the person at the other end because they will usually get charged for that. So you need to take that into account when you are actually paying them, whether you've agreed previously for them to wear the fees or whether you're actually going to absorb the fees yourself, which is what I recommend doing. There's also a number of other providers that can assist with international payments. So it doesn't just have to be PayPal, you can use other services as well. On top of this, if we're chatting via, we want face-to-face communication, it's always good to do that. We can do that via Google Hangouts or via Skype as well if you need to. Within Agent Mail, our structure is very different because we're more of a bricks and mortar hands-on business here in Australia. We have a full team set up. So my office manager, Kim, who's been with us for almost 2 years now, she literally runs the entire operation of Agent Mail for me. So I look after all of the branding, events and things like that, doing these videos. But from the day-to-day structure, Kim looks after the delegation of the jobs to our admin team, dealing with the clients on a day-to-day basis, dealing with invoicing and chasing payments. There's only really two things that I have to do for Agent Mail. One is to do the payroll, or at least make the payment, and two is to pay the invoices. Again, usually that's a 5-minute task because Kim has already done all of the groundwork for me. So all that I have to do is click on the button in the bank account to make sure the payments go through. I'd really recommend, if you can, look at your business, look at the roles and responsibilities that fall on your shoulders, and try and work out, if you were to get hit by a car and weren't able to work, who's going to look after that for you. If you don't have someone in place, it's really important to think about that structure and work out who can take care of it for you. Thanks so much for tuning in. See you again next time.